very windy.
Because I want to see flamingos.
Oh, that's a bit tight.
I think I actually held my breath there. Nav! Woo!
Woo! Maniac! We're Marion and Chris, and we've been travelling full time since May 2018.
Whilst attempting to drive around the world in Trudy, our home on wheels, this happened.
The coronavirus is the biggest threat this country has faced for decades.
As borders closed around us, we decided to wait it out in Turkey until we were able to continue our adventure east. Welcome to Turkey! Good morning. So we have woken up here on our spot. We moved away from the sea a little bit because it's been so windy. And we were so lucky yesterday to be able to get the drone up. There was a day of no wind, so we drove down the peninsula and got the drone up, which is super cool. This morning, we're going to be heading a little bit further down the coast. But before we go, I think Marianne better feed her new friend. The mud flap was blowing so much in the wind onto the tyre and the van. So we wedged one of the chocks with a bit of wood in there just to stop it flapping. One of the problems being parked up here is look at the dust. Trudy is literally covered in dust.
Right, we're going for a wash.
So she's gonna have a power hose on the way south this morning.
Pamper day.
She's gonna have a bit of pampering. Although it does look like it might rain a little bit later. But this has been a wonderful spot. We're gonna head down to the next peninsula and then a little bit further. The sky is beautiful. Look at that, the sun trying to break through those grey clouds there. Then we're going to carry on our journey down the coast south a little bit. In fact, let's come this side of the van because it's not so windy. Good morning.
Oh, he's very nervous.
He's nervous, but he's getting a bit, we've been here a couple of days now, so he's getting used to us, aren't you? There you go, have your breakfast. We're going to hit the road. Right, we ready to hit the road?
We're ready. I'm just waving goodbye to my dog.
Actually, we haven't programmed the iPad yet, so I might need to do that first. I think actually it would be a very good idea just to stop off in the town and fill up with water while we know it's there.
That's a very good idea.
Because we never know where the next water source will be. and she needs the keys. We ain't going nowhere without the keys. Bye, pups. So filming out of the window might be a little bit grubby until we get to the car wash. Look at it, you can only just see out the window. We've absolutely loved the time that we've spent here on Junda Island and our short visit to Ayvalık. And if you are doing a road trip around Turkey and you're heading down the west coast, I would definitely pop over to Junda Island. There's beautiful waters, lovely wild camping spots, friendly people, and it would just be absolutely lovely. It's a shame that it's been a little bit windy for us. We would love to jump in the sea, but this time of year it is far too cold. So if you do come in the summer months or late spring, then it would be a perfect time, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love all these olive groves. It's just beautiful. Absolutely,
yeah, the olives have been amazing. And for those wondering how the curfew went over the weekend, did the police come and knock on the door? No, they didn't. The place where we parked up was very remote, it was very peaceful, and nice tractor going past. It was very peaceful, and we had a very uninterrupted weekend. Okay, we're all topped up with water. Now we're heading to the Devil's Table, or the Devil's Feast as it's called, which apparently is a viewing point on the next peninsula, which everybody's told us we have to go, so we're going to check it out on our journey down south. The drive through Ayvalık's absolutely lovely. It's a wonderful town with the harbour. Really, really pretty. I think we're going to really enjoy coming down this coastline.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So you can just see, we think we're heading, that's the viewing point there, we think we're heading to, up on the hill there. Okay, we have arrived at the Devil's Table, and boy, how windy is it! You can see the trees moving behind. It is proper windy. It was our friend Ursel that recommended we come up here to admire the view, and looking around, I think it was a very good decision, so thank you to Ursel. A long time ago, legends tell the story of Penelope, nicknamed the Devil, a mystical person who isolated himself from everyone and lived on this hill. When famine struck Ayvalık, the priests and clergy blamed Penelope, and so the people decided to go and lynch him. When a local goat herder warned Penelope, he decided to distract the attackers by cooking up a feast. Once they stopped to eat the feast, Penelope was able to escape alive, and to this day, this hill is still named the Devil's Supper. Normally this restaurant would be open serving breakfast and lunch, and but due to COVID, all of the restaurants are currently closed. But we're going to have a little walk around, have a look at this wonderful view here at the Devil's Table.
We love going for nice walks in the sun!
Wow! It's very windy! But look, check out this view! Wow! Yeah! We're trying to do a time lapse of the clouds moving behind us, but the reality is it's so windy the camera's actually moving, so Marianne's very patiently holding the camera as still as possible. Hopefully it worked.
If there's wind, that means the clouds are moving, so I really want to get this shot for you guys.
How amazing is this for a view? I don't want to get too close to the edge because it's so windy today. But there is the town of Ayvalık, and this is Cunda here, and the island where we slept just the other side. And then this morning we've driven round and then come up over this bridge onto this peninsula here, and then later after here we're driving all the way down the coastline down towards Izmir and beyond. But boy, I've said it already, but it is so windy. Right, how amazing was that? We've just about warmed up, we've made a coffee for the road, and we're going to head another hour or so south.
We've only just left the Devil's Table. We were coming down the road, and in fact when we were going up I said to Chris, is that a flamingo? It looks a bit pink, and he was like, no, I think it's a white stalky thing. But we've come down and there's flamingos. I have never seen one up close. We've driven through Spain and seen some way in the distance, but I've just asked Chris to come down and take some photos because I want to see flamingos, and they're pink. They've actually got this fantastic walkway that goes all the way around this marshy land, so we're actually able to come up onto this viewing platform. How cool is that? Like, it's completely covered, so you can sit here on a sunny day and watch the birds. I don't know if the GoPro will catch them or pick them up. In fact, there's the white stalky one Chris was looking at, but the rest are pink flamingos. And the walkway goes all the way, so there's Trudy over there, and the walkway just goes all the way along here, and Chris is a little angel and he's sitting on the walkway to get me some shots. How lovely is that?
Okay, we've pulled into a car wash here because look at you, Trudy. You are absolutely caked in mud, like properly caked in mud. So let's give you a good wash. That's better. Trudy is a happy girl. She's all clean.
And I think I am too.
Which makes Marianne a happy girl. She's a happy girl.
I'm a very happy girl. And I had a shampoo as well.
She did. Kind of like with the wind, we kind of got a little bit covered. It didn't matter where she stood with the foam, it went everywhere. It was a little bit like one of those Ibiza foam parties from the 90s. We were just saying that with the new restrictions that have come into place, it's going to be a shame that we're not really going to be able to take you guys to restaurants and out on good eating experiences with us over the next, I don't know how long, maybe a few weeks, few months. We'll still try and get takeouts when we can and go and sit down somewhere pretty and eat it, like the seafront, like we did in Ayvalık with the Ayvalık toast. But it's also quite interesting because we're trying to plan a little bit ahead, as you know, to sort of Christmas and where we will be for Christmas. But because most of the campsites are actually closed as well because it's low season and with COVID, that we're not really sure where we're going to end up Christmas. We could be parked by the side of a road trying to do Christmas, well, we're going to do Christmas dinner in the van, but we're not sure where we're going to be. We're planning to be somewhere, I think, probably Kalkan, Kaş, Fethiye.
I think between Kalkan and Antalya.
Somewhere along the south coast there. And it would be nice, yeah, it would be nice for Christmas to have somewhere to chill for a couple of days with facilities. So
I've actually ordered 6 mince pies from a lady who's making them in Kalkan.
There you go, on the Kalkan Living Facebook group, isn't it?
So I have to be there to pick them up on the 22nd.
A little taste to home would be nice, wouldn't it? Yeah. So yeah, interesting times we face. all of those of you that have Instagram, if you want to see behind the scenes shots and just see us on our day-to-day life on the road, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. It's Tread the Globe Official. No ticket.
If you just show her that, then we've got balance to show we've got balance.
Okay, teşekkürler.
Teşekkürler.
That wasn't a normal HGS crossing.
No.
They asked us for our ticket, and normally it just picks it up from the windscreen. Maybe we were supposed to get a ticket at the previous barrier, but I didn't see anything, did you?
But
No, it was fine. So we've arrived in the city of Izmir. It's a huge city. We had lots of invites from people to come to Izmir to have a look around, and offers of people showing us around their city. Unfortunately, we've decided that we're not going to stop and visit Izmir for two reasons. One, because the COVID numbers are really high at the moment and we're just avoiding big cities. And the second reason is this is the location of the massive earthquake that they had just a few weeks ago. And out of respect, we're going to avoid the city, and we're going to head down to a peninsula just a little bit past Izmir. This part of the city of Izmir is lovely. Look, we've come down to the seafront and just driving along now. Got the tram line that runs parallel. Oh, there's a tram. There is a tram. We've got the tram line that runs parallel. Yeah, really nice. How cool are these traffic lights? They changed, look. There's some more coming up here. So they actually, the whole light changes, not just the lamp. The actual street post changes green or red. So we've come out the other side of Izmir now. We're heading onto the peninsula just southwest of Izmir, and it looks really beautiful. Blue water, lovely towns. So I'm looking forward to seeing where we end up tonight and spend tomorrow morning looking around. That's it, right up there.
I don't know if I can get right up there.
Sometimes the sat-nav just takes you on the best roads.
Turn left onto Park Sokak, then turn left.
Just keep going straight all the way to the end. I can see the sat-nav and it's lying to you. It's lying. It's taking you down the small roads.
Proceed to the route.
I know, I'm watching those balconies.
It's the balconies you've got to be careful of.
Yeah, and the wires.
This might have been an interesting manoeuvre. Oh, that was a millimetre.
I'm amazing. No wonder the kids were looking at me like I was a lunatic when I was driving down there.
Yeah.
There's a bigger road down there.
Yeah, that's where we need to get to.
Might turn right next time. I'm literally a goddess.
It's very pretty, but my lord, this is a little bit tight.
I love the way you find God every time there is slightly difficult driving.
So you can either go straight or turn right. It's probably easier to go straight.
I think it's better to go straight. That looks
Proceed to the route.
very tight.
You need to jump out.
I might need you to jump out. Can you get out?
I can't get out. Hold on, let me pull the mirror in.
No, because I need the mirror.
Wait, 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 wait. Oh, that's a bit tight. Stop there.
I think I actually held my breath then.
Okay, go down that way.
Which way? That way?
That way, yeah.
Merhaba!
Merhaba!
Nav! Woo!
Woo! Maniac! Oh, there's a car coming that side.
Just overtake me on any side.
Holy moly!
Woo!
There's one thing in Turkey, just don't turn down the side streets without doing a bit of research. Mandarins everywhere. This is obviously a mandarin orange growing area because there's literally, these ones have all been picked by the looks of it, but there's loads. All right, eggs for breakfast this morning.
Can I have mine scrambled?
Yeah, no worries. Oh, you're still there. It's the end of the show. But while we've got you, we have some exciting news to share with you. We're nearly on 40,000 subscribers. And when we hit 40,000 subscribers, we're going to do a live chat on our YouTube channel with some cool surprises. We're hoping it's going to be this weekend because we only have 100 subscribers to go. So keep a lookout and we will see you very soon. Bye for now.